Alright guys, on today's video we're going to go through looking at what is the best orientation for the positioning of solar panels. I'm just going to explain firstly the setup briefly to you guys, and then we'll go through a time-lapse video of the results indicating what is actually the best orientation on the game. Now Rust, I guess, is to a certain degree an environmental simulator, but obviously it's not perfect. In real life, the optimal placement for a solar panel would be facing directly north. That way you're collecting power throughout the entire day as the sun arcs through from east across to west. Now, how we're going to measure this? Firstly, I've got a solar panel orientated every 10 degrees from west through to east. Each one are linked into a display giving the amount of power out. As an additional calculation, I've got batteries that are linked through a transmitter, so I can turn them on at the start of the cycle and then measure over a full day how much power they actually accumulate. To work out throughout the day the effects as well, taking a screenshot about every 30 seconds and then taking the data from that, putting it into a program called MATLAB to actually integrate over the time to work out exactly what is the most efficient orientation to go through. Alright, without further ado, let's cut across and start looking at those results. Alright, so as we start looking at it, you can see as the sun comes out, power starts coming across the different displays, running from east, powering up first across to the west. One of the things that's actually, I guess, a bit peculiar about the way that this has worked in Rust is that the westernmost solar panels were actually collecting additional power for what you'd anticipate they should be, and were powering up earlier in the day. What this means is that, contrary to what you'd actually expect, it turns out that the most power is actually generated across the westerly facing displays. Alright, so and you can see the same effect here with regards to those westerly facing cells. The westerly facing cells are reading much higher than what you'd actually expect at the moment. In fact, they should be reading very little at the moment. What this means is, if you're looking at placing down solar panels at the moment, then the most efficient orientation at the moment is facing in a westerly direction. That's purely obviously for collection. However, if you're looking at using your solar panels as a detector for when the sun's come up, so linked into smart lighting systems, then you're probably going to need two cells to actually give you that detection. And one obviously then would face in a easterly type direction, and a second one linked to a westerly type direction. Alright guys, if you've got any comments about what else could have caused this effect, please hit us up with a comment. I note that there are some shadow effects as well, so one of the things I do strongly recommend is that you try and place it out of shadows. And if you look at even where I've set this up at the moment, I've set it up on the very, very northern tip of the map, just to make sure there was nothing that was going to cause shadows and interfere with the solar panels. But otherwise, guys, have yourself a good day, and I'll catch you later.